Hey yo, let's be real. There's no way Yuji's going to survive this fight against Sukuna. Yuji jumping in for Megami may turn Yuji into a tasty mid-battle snack for the King of Curses Sukuna. However, will Yuji succeed at his ultimate goal to free Megami and take down the King of Curses Sukuna and get his get back for good? Higruma joined the fight. Higuruma's purpose in this fight most likely is to weaken Sukuna by using his domain expansion to take that Sukuna. Higuruma's purpose in this fight is most likely to weaken Sukuna by using his domain expansion to take Sukuna's curse technique away. Sukuna knows Higgy's domain expansion, keeping Sukuna's attention on killing Higuruma first, or at least stay out of his domain barrier parameters. Higgy may not be strong physically, which is why the death penalty would not benefit Higgy. He was having trouble hitting Yuji with the sword, so there's no way he's going to hit Sukuna without getting killed. But Higgy is a prodigy in Jujutsu, which means to me, his intellect allows him to analyze the battlefield, and use his application of curse energy and curse technique to achieve the best outcome in a Jujutsu sorcery battle. He has been watching Sukuna. He will not allow Sukuna to control the battlefield easily like Kashimo allowed. Yuji has turned into a curse tool that has been seeped in Sukuna's curse energy. Powering up Yuji while he's gotten an understanding of curse energy in Jujutsu battles. It's just like in Harry Potter. When Voldemort attacked Harry as a baby, that attack left Harry marked by Voldemort, leaving Harry with some of Voldemort's magical powers and curse traits. It turned Harry into a living Horcrux of Voldemort. Like Harry being a Horcrux of his curse, Yuji is a curse tool from his curse Sukuna. We have witnessed Yuji having an awakening in chapter 214 and 215. This awakening occurred when Sukuna leaves Yuji's body, catching Sukuna off guard with his strength and durability. Yuji's physicals have always been at the peak of Jujutsu, being one of the only people who can cage his soul, and a powerful soul in Sukuna. I believe Sukuna misanalyzed Yuji's new strength as a product of his body being from the Heian era. However, Yuji's awakening reminded me of when Mai passed on to allow the connection between her and Maki to be severed, taking Maki's little bit of cursed energy away and allowing her to awaken to her full gift of heavenly restriction to reach the peaks of physicality just like Toji. Yuji and Sukuna parallels Mai and Maki, which makes sense because twins like Maki and Mai were linked spiritually through curse energy. Sukuna and Yuji's curse energy has already been shown to be linked. So these are twins. Being the vessel of Sukuna has made them twins, just like connecting to Sukuna's real world story, having a twin brother, making the community's prediction that Yuji is Sukuna's twin correct just through a spiritual curse energy connection. I feel like we've all noticed that, but we may not have said that. We start to see some of Sukuna's traits show on Yuji. When you see him descend onto Shinjuku, you can see curse-like arms and claws resembling and like the infant Sukuna curse evolution because he's missing his arms. It kind of reminds me a little bit of when we see Nayo completing his evolution into a cursed spirit. Does this mean Yuji has started to evolve almost like Sukuna? It's kind of one theory I've just been cooking. I don't have enough friends to discuss these peak weekly animes, so join the discussion below. Check out the channel if you need a friend to discuss anime and peak fiction. I attempt to stay connected as often as humanly possible with new content, but either way, hit me up because I need some new friends to geek out about anime with. So please hit me up. You can hit me up, connect with my socials. They'll be in the description. Back to some peak fiction. In chapter 222, Yuji was training with Kusakabe, and the JJK community all believes that, oh, we saw the soul swap technique, but I believe it is way more complicated than that. Give Yuji and Gege some credit. For one, Gojo said that Yuji was going to get Sukuna's curse technique. Gege has been consistent with JJK. So we're going to see Yuji with the curse technique in its infancy, most likely. Yuji's also had a great model in Sukuna, but seeing Yuji having to catch up to Sukuna will be great because we haven't seen Sukuna's curse technique been fully revealed. His hand has not been revealed in battle. That's what Sukuna's con is. He doesn't reveal his hand. He just keeps fighting and he'll figure it out throughout the battle without telling you too much about what his curse technique is, because it also may increase the output but makes the fight not as fun for Sukuna. The narrator describes cleave and dismantle, but I kind of felt like that was just a little bit of misdirection so you feel like you know Sukuna's curse technique. And it was clearly shown when he used some type of fire arrow against Maharaga and Jogo. You can say that Sukuna changed his curse properties with that black box technique, maybe changing his innate technique to something more fiery or adding a curse property to it by changing the energies. But I did have that theory. Until it's actually explained that way. I also have a theory that Sukuna connects to the Queen of Curses, who already is known for copying curses. I feel like Sukuna can copy curse energy and curse manipulation, which is the next level, which is why he's the king. Not saying queens can't be better. I just know that in this story, they are implying the king is better. We will see Yuji reveal his hand to compete with that curse energy output. And we saw Yuji eat some of those curse wombs, those curse paintings. And we don't know if that enhanced his curse energy levels. We know that it should have deepened his understanding of curse energy in the soul because he also had that book from Choso to teach Yuji. So I'm hoping that during the mini arc of training he got, he might have learned some reverse curse technique, because going against Sukuna, you're going to lose a limb or two. What if Yuji also got another curse technique? I would like if his curse technique was almost like My Hero Academia, where it was more of in a support to like maybe enhance his strength to another level, not something like too overpowered, but maybe it's some type of blood manipulation where he could hit a gear 2 on Sukuna. And all this is super cool. I love curse techniques. Everyone's curse techniques really cool, but usually Yuji's the physicals and his blessing of the Black Flash, which is my favorite part of the application of curse energy. It's one of the coolest additions. And Yuji already being naturally heavy-handed with his strikes, the Black Flash hits with a critical hit, damaging opponents like exponentially and helping Yuji to fight at 120% of his potential, which I believe helps Yuji to improve his understanding of curse energy, which was explained, but I believe it's also like that extra 20% is like extra XP points in like a Pokemon game if we're talking video game fashion. So these black flashes that Yuji was hitting was just like extra XP, and it helped him compete with Mahito and Hanami. And we're gonna see another Black Flash series, and it's gonna be the record, because Gojo couldn't even beat the record. We're probably gonna see maybe Sukuna hit a record, and then Yuji hit him back with another record, making his understanding just at a peak god divine level, able to give us a little more out of Sukuna, a little more fun, because we did get like 13 chapters of a fight, even 15 now, going with Kashimo, him just whooping ass. So we've had Sukuna in the past. Gege might be tired of this level and be ready to take out Sukuna, but let's be real. This is all just to push Sukuna to the brink. He's not going to be taken out by Yuji. That if Yuji levels up in a month to catch up to the King of Curses, and this is not JJK, this is just going to help Sukuna to evolve to another level. And Yuji is just an annoyance to Sukuna. A major annoyance at that. And the King of Curses will eat Yuji. He is going to turn Yuji into a snack. This fight is all to end the connection between Sukuna and Yuji. Or was it all part of Yuji's plan? And right before Sukuna cuts him up, Yuji's going to take a piece of what Sukuna has shown him, hit him with a little dose of his own energy, and turn himself into a cursed tool. A living soul cursed tool. That when Sukuna eats Yuji, Yuji will infiltrate Sukuna's body. Being one of the only ones who can cage him, he's going to start this tug of war between Yuji, Megami, and Sukuna for the soul and the body. And in this scuffle, we're going to see Yuji and Sukuna. I don't know if we're in the innate domain. I still can't see Yuji really putting up a struggle. I just see him putting up a fight in the body to awaken Megami and hopefully get Maki to split their souls with the Soul Splitter. Cage Sukuna, free Megami, and then allow someone else, maybe my boy Hikaru, to kick Sukuna and kill him with some Jordans on. And you're like, wait a minute. What about the 20th finger? He didn't even ask Gojo about that 20th finger. He just assumed he hit it so that Yuji could live. But what if I told you my final theory was Yuji with the 20th finger from Kinjaku? Kinjaku has made Yuji in the weirdest of ways. He's taken some DNA from the Heian era, mixed it with modern DNA, put some cursed wound paintings, and then also, since Itadori's mom couldn't have kids, Sukuna's finger was almost the egg that helped Yuji become who he was. Kenny is just trying to evolve humans, resembling like Aizen's goal with Bleach and Ichigo. which means Yuji was created to trap Sukuna and kill him for good. Because although Kenjaku may be strong, he knows Sukuna is strong enough to kill that merger and probably kill him. So after Sukuna is killed and Yuji's done, all that's left is Yuta, Maki, and Akari, hopefully Megami, out to take it down. The merged Tengen and Kenjaku, the people who have lived way too long.
Late for everything, my face to the cement, that's how I always seen it.